This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Person of interest held in killing of Grace Kennedy driver. St. Catharines South police have held a person of interest in relation to the murder of 30-year-old Grace Kennedy haulage contractor Leona Kimmy Thomas, whose body was found in bushes last Thursday in the Central Village area of the parish. The news understands that the suspect was held in a recent operation in Central Village and is expected to be questioned in the presence of his attorney in short order. Reports from the police are that Thomas was killed early Wednesday morning while making deliveries in close proximity to her home in Windsor Heights off Windsor Road in St. Catherine. She was found suffering from multiple gunshot wounds, a slashed throat, and plucked out eyes. Mechanic in Kenneth Jackson murder case to seek bail. The St. Catherine mechanic Robert Fowler, who is accused of killing 20-year-old accounting clerk Kenneth Jackson, will be seeking bail on his next court appearance on May 25. The attorney for the accused, Althea Freeman, indicated her intention when her client appeared before Justice Anne-Marie Lawrence Granger in the Home Circuit Court yesterday morning. The 50-year-old defendant was consequently remanded for a bail application in May. The prosecution, in the meantime, has indicated that the report from the police's Communication, Forensic and the Cybercrime Division is now ready and will be served on the defense by next Friday. Jackson, who resided in Independence City, Portmore, St. Catherine, was found dead on March 26 last year, 2 days after she had been reported missing. Her decomposing body was found in an open lot near the Portmore fishing village. Fowler was taken into custody and charged after he reportedly confessed. Police have theorized that Fowler had lured the woman to his home under the guise that he had left one of his tools. While there, an argument reportedly developed with Jackson, and he allegedly used a rope to strangle her. A handbag believed to be Jackson's and her bank cards were among items reportedly found at Fowler's home. According to the police, Jackson and Fowler shared a platonic relationship. Fowler would transport her to work on occasions. Attorney at law Lyndon Wellesley is also representing Fowler. Rifle seized in Windsor Heights. The police in St. Catherine on Tuesday night seized a rifle in the community of Windsor Heights in Central Village. No arrest was made in connection with the seizure. The police report that about 10 p.m., a team was on an operation in the area when a premises was searched and a gun found. The police said the operation targeted guns, drugs, and wanted men. We will continue to intensify the approach in criminal activities. The seizure of this illegal gun is part of that effort, said Superintendent Hopeland Nicholson, who heads the operation portfolio in the St. Catharines South Division. He appealed to residents to cooperate with the police to build safer communities. We will continue to enforce the law wherever the needs arise, but for success, the information network is very important. Big contraband bust at the Tower Street Correctional Center. Officers at the Tower Street Adult Correctional Center in Kingston have busted a contraband smuggling enterprise at the facility. Sometime on Tuesday, numerous packages of uncustomed cigarettes, ganja, alcohol, and lighters were found in a staff locker room. However, the Department of Correctional Services says no one has been identified as the owner of the items. A day after the contraband bust, Xavier Main, State Minister in the Ministry of National Security, highlighted that the new Corrections Act imposes harsher penalties for possession of prohibited items in prison. He did not address the latest contraband bust but warned that no breach would be tolerated. Any correctional officer that will aid and abet the inclusion of contraband in the correctional facilities, they too will be dealt with strictly in accordance with the law, said Main. He said continuous work needs to be done in addressing the long-standing issue of prisoners having access to contraband. Main was speaking at the signing of a Memorandum of Understanding among the University of the Commonwealth Caribbean, the DCS and the non-governmental organization Stand Up for Jamaica. The MOU will allow for educational upgrading of correctional officers and inmates. Police finally ink wage deal with the government. 98% of public sector workers have now signed on to the heads of agreement for wage increase and improved benefits. The latest group to accept the terms of the agreement is the Jamaica Police Federation, which inked the deal on Tuesday at a ceremony at the Ministry of Finance and the Public Service, agreeing to an offer of 4% on wages and the salary-related allowances for the contract period April 1, 2021 to March 31, 2022. Chairman of the Police Federation, Corporal Rohan James, said its members endured several painstaking discussions before agreeing to accept the wage offer. It is not that we are satisfied, but we are making a sacrifice in the interest of national security and the people of this country. Based on the information that we are privileged to, we are going to ensure that we hold the truth to form and the government accountable to its word, he said. It is reported that the police union brought some 53 proposed benefits to the negotiation table. I can confirm that 16 of the items that were brought to the table have been addressed favorably, and we are hoping that the others will be favorably considered in the next financial period that we will engage in negotiations, James said, adding that he could not disclose the terms of the agreement. Finance Minister Dr. Nigel Clark said achieving agreements with the majority of public sector workers is a testimony to the social cohesion of the Jamaican society. Clark said this paves the way for the implementation of the restructuring of public sector compensation slated to commence in the upcoming financial year. April 8 mention date for senior citizen charged with embezzlement. St. Catherine senior citizen Delcita Batchelor, who is charged with embezzlement, has been ordered to return to court on April 8 when her case will again be mentioned. Her $1 million bail was extended and her return date was set when she appeared before the St. Catherine Parish Court on Tuesday. The court was informed that the case file is not complete due to the absence of an audit report from her former employer. It was revealed that the audit report from the company is not yet ready. Senior Parish Court Judge Opal Smith told the defense that the 70-year-old accused would be asked to enter a plea when the case is called up again for mention in April. Batchelor is being represented by attorney-at-law Peter Champagny. Allegations are that $56 million was found missing from her former employer. The discovery was reportedly made subsequent to her departure from Worthy Park Sugar Estate in Louidasville, St. Catherine last year in November. The police were called in and following an investigation, Batchelor was charged with embezzlement. Commission seeks solutions for a livable wage. Chairman of the Minimum Wage Commission, Ronald Robinson, has signaled that plans are afoot to start the process of achieving a livable wage for Jamaicans earning at the minimum level. Speaking at Tuesday's virtual press conference, where Minister of Labor and Social Security Carl Samuda announced the new minimum wage of $9,000 to take effect on April 1, Robinson disclosed that the scope of the Commission's mandate has been expanded to find solutions to setting a higher cap of wages. This, Robinson disclosed, will include a series of consultations and meetings with experts, as well as public hearings, looking at how a higher cap on the minimum wage could be achieved. This issue of the livable wage is front and center of the discussions on the minimum wage, and over the next couple of months we will be engaging and have commissioned the services of competent persons from the university who will be working with us to address this fundamental issue, he said. There will be a series of meetings, consultations, hearings that we will be having in a public way in how to reach this livable wage. Robinson continued, it is not a very simple issue, and so all of the economic parameters and all of the conditions must be taken into consideration before arriving at that figure, because we are a developing country and we have a peculiar set of issues. The good thing is that it is now front and center, and we are now heading in that direction. He further stated that one of the expanded roles the Commission will embark on this year will be the constant monitoring and reviewing of the circumstances under which a wage increase is designed. Things such as economic indicators, workplace conditions, and on a timely basis, so that if we believe that things have changed dramatically, it is within our remit to say to the Minister in an advisory note that there needs to be a review, so that there is a mechanism in place to support the Minister with a constant review of conditions, working, financial, and economic conditions, Robinson stated. Minister Samuda stressed that in order for minimum wage earners to be paid more, employers must invest in training and reskilling their workers with the use of technology in order to boost the productivity. We intend to have discussions with the Employers Federation, and we intend to press upon them to pay particular attention to training of workers rather than relying on one factor of production, which is labor, as the main factor by which you assess your ability to make a profit. I feel very committed to the view that application of appropriate technology in today's world, especially among the young, is the way to go for the employer, said the minister. Train the workers, make them more efficient, and make them more productive to be able to create the kind of output that will cause the country to earn more money, so that it's not a matter of asking for an increase. Workers will command an increase based on the output they are able to provide, based on the training they have received, based on the use of applied technology. That's the direction the country has to go in. Notwithstanding the need for higher wages, however, the minister emphasized that minimum wage should not be seen as a definite ceiling on what workers should be paid, and implored the employers to pay workers more where necessary. This is the minimum wage, not a livable wage, because many people cannot survive comfortably at this level. But it certainly provides a base to build on, Samuda stated. Tuesday's announcement of a 25.8% increase on the current weekly minimum wage comes in the wake of inflation reaching a new high of 9.7% in January. This has been attributed to a sharp increase in consumer prices driven by the cost of food and beverages, up 10% according to the latest Statistical Institute of Jamaica report. Transportation cost is up by 14% and utilities and gas up by 11%, with the cost of food and non-alcoholic beverages having the most influence on the inflation rate. Among the new increase in wages, security guards will see their weekly pay move from $9,700 to $10,500 per 40-hour work week. The allowances payable to security guards will also be increased. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.